You're listening to Wisdom of One?
With an arrow in under your chin, it's a gamble for your life. If you're sent to hell by an area spell, it's a gamble for your life.
I played like a little mini preview to some of my D&D group, which they all thought was hilarious and stuff, especially the sexy cutting. But a couple of them mentioned me like, wow, either your microphone sucks or you gotta work on the background noise. Like you gotta record in a closet with shit hanging up.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
And all because we had the microphone plugged into your computer, but we were stupidly recording from the built-in microphone in your laptop.
Ah, yes. Wisdom of One, podcasting skills of also one.
One.
Exactly. All right, so the sun rises up over the walls of the prison complex and sees three lonely figures standing up against the wall. One of them is the bedraggled Watt, one of them is the bedraggled Skankra, and one of them is the bedraggled Dagon. You folks have been healed.
Oh, hooray!
Yep.
Wait, do I get to turn off my saving throw death saves now?
Yes, exactly. So you woke up on stone beds in your cells, wrapped in bandages. One nice thing about Underhaven is they have a free and very active medical system. So actually, there are hospitals that you can go to, if you ever get out of prison.
That sounds useful for us.
Yes, you can just walk in the front door and they'll heal you for free.
Wow.
So.
Socialism.
Exactly. But on the negative side, you guys are feeling very sore, bit of a headache, your teeth are loose from getting hit in the face with truncheons. But on the positive side, you skipped hard labor today.
Nice.
So you are alone in the main area, and all three of you are holding giant pieces of chalk, and you are writing on the walls. Watt is writing in very poorly formed words, "I will not use my knife to express my emotions."
What am I writing?
Dagon, you are writing, "I will not give in to the temptation of escape." And Skankra, you are writing, "I will not allow myself to be influenced by the bad decisions of others."
See, it was Dagon's fault.
Yes, clearly my fault. Mm-hmm.
Daikon. That's the word I was looking for.
You were higher up on the wall, so you're clearly the instigator.
Yes, I was just more competent at your shitty plan, is basically the result.
I mean, all Skankra did is wave his arms around and fall down once. I mean, that's all that happened.
That's right. I'm innocent. I'm entirely innocent.
So as you're doing this, the second shift, the shift that is doing therapy while you guys are doing hard labor, enters the main courtyard and starts milling about. And there are some other characters that you have seen around but hadn't really paid attention to. And since inevitably your brains are turning to anything except writing these stupid sentences again, you see a couple others that I will describe to you just for background characters. So there is a very small, thin human. You heard his name was Jaco, and he kind of keeps separate from everybody and is really quiet and has this aura of just evil hovering around him. And not like the fun kind of evil like Skankra is, but kind of a gross, sticky, nasty kind of evil.
The classy evil.
Yeah.
I'm like the upscale evil.
I'm bouncy fun evil. There's another guy who's kind of a middle-aged human, looks pretty normal, very clean. His tunic is perfectly maintained, and you can see that he's surrounded by a couple other thug types who are keeping everyone else out of his way. And you happen to overhear that his name is Vince the Page, and he was embezzling money from the city. And so he's kind of a white-collar criminal.
1%er.
There's a really, really old man with long white beard and, every stereotype of super old. Exactly. Walking around with a cane, and he's known as the Ancient. He kind of nods and smiles to everyone in sort of a non-committal sort of way. He seems nice, but again, he's here. I think I had mentioned before, there's a red-headed character, thin, incredibly bad skin. He's got pimples and blisters and all that kind of stuff. It's rumored that he's part of the underworld. His brother is a pretty high-up crime boss and enforcer, but his name is Jimmy Boyles. So that's him. And then finally, in terms of like the interesting characters, there is a human, really buff, like huge muscles, giant fighter-looking guy, covered in tattoos, only has one eye, and his name is Thungren. And just the day that you've been here, Skankra, you've seen him beat down 2 of the other prisoners here when they kind of challenged him, and he just, without a whole lot of effort, just beat them to a pulp.
I think you could probably take him, Dagan.
So those are the kind of interesting characters, and then fill in all the rest with just
Hubbub.
boring criminals.
Criminal.
Yeah, exactly. Walk-on extras that we're not paying scale or anything.
Non-union extras. Great.
So you guys are bored to tears. You're probably writing these sentences for the 6,000th time. But every time you try to do something else, you kind of hear the guards, "All right, maggot, get back at it. Have you learned your lesson yet?"
Yes, I've learned my lessons.
I'm ready to teach the lessons now, actually. I've learned it so much. I'm a changed man.
Are you, Skankra? Have you learned to not be talked into bad things by your cohort there, Dagan?
Oh my god, it wasn't my idea.
I will never again do what he asked me to do.
Jesus.
So, Skankra, go ahead and roll perception or... Yeah, perception.
Oh, I'm so excited to roll again because I was awesome last episode. Oh, 19, bitch.
Nice.
And that's plus
Wisdom. Go to your wisdom and then look at the perception thing,
wisdom.
which is 0 for you.
Whoa. I'm a +3, so I rolled a 22.
Okay, well, Dagan, 17.
Actually, you both hear Jimmy Boyles leaning up close to Thungren and doing what he thinks is a very stealthy whisper.
You know what I heard? I heard there's something new in the underground. Some sort of silent spell thing that you can buy if you know the right guy and you have enough money. You can buy this thing that allows you to cast spells, but the system won't find you, and you can get away with casting magic. But you didn't hear it from me, okay?
And Thungren shrugs his shoulders as, "What the fuck do I care? Do I look like a spellcaster to you?"
Oh, I'm also whispering. I want it. I want it.
Thungren says,
So hey, pretty funny what you guys did the other day. We haven't laughed like that in a while. You think you can do it again tonight? That was pretty good stuff.
Well, it wouldn't have been that funny if this idiot over here just wouldn't stumble over every last little thing in the yard.
You know, if a plan is really badly designed, I'm not physically capable of doing it. I think
And whose fucking plan was that?
the wall says it was yours, so...
Oh my god.
So did you two brainiacs have an idea about what you were even gonna do if you got out?
Well,
Yeah, that is a good point. What were we going to do, Spanky?
you're the brains of the operation, dork.
No, I'm just the one that's capable of climbing over a wall.
You should know that the guards on the walls are only a small portion of the guards that are employed by this place. They're all over the local area, and as soon as the alarm got set, they would have come out of every alleyway and doorway and made your life a living hell. So I'd be a little more cautious if you're seriously planning on trying to escape out of here.
You're really well spoken, Thorgan.
Yes. Oh, I mean, what is going on? I fight and must be stupid.
I don't know. I think that was a little racist. What is he, is an orc or something?
No, he's a human.
Oh.
With giant muscles. Come on, pay attention.
I only have one eye, though, so I'm disabled. So thanks a lot for the bias against disabilities there.
Yeah.
Right, because, there's a strong correlation between the number of eyes you have and how well-spoken you are.
Oh, yes. Everybody
That's right.
loves a condescending dwark.
So I want to go talk to Thungren. Just, nonchalantly meander over there and be like, "Hey, man, I like your tattoos. Where do you get your ink done?"
My mom, like everybody.
Your mom?
Where else do people get tattoos? Jeez, where are you from? Actually, where are you from? I've never seen a green dwarf before with a red mustache and a mohawk. It's a good look, no doubt, but very unique. Are you from around here?
I don't really know where I'm from. You see, I was left at a monk box.
Oh, I've heard of monk boxes.
Oh, the old
Or monk house. Monastery.
Monk box.
Monastery.
Okay, well, just curious, brother. I don't really care. Do you want to go lift some weights or something?
Yeah, let's totally do that. And then maybe you could tell me a little bit more about, how we might escape if that were a thing. But let's lift some weights first.
Let's go pick up heavy things and put them back down again.
Yeah.
they It goes over to the rocks with ropes tied through the hole in the middle and starts lifting them up and down a little bit. And he says,
Well, listen, I haven't really heard of anyone successfully escaping from this place. I was just trying to save you guys from getting beaten up again, or maybe even worse. It's boring in here, but I don't want to see anyone actually get seriously hurt.
I'd just like to clarify that I am definitely not lifting the rocks.
so what are you doing? Are you writing your sentence kind of close, or remember you have to stay within 30 feet of each other?
No, I'm definitely listening in. Is this the same guy who mentioned the magic suppressor?
He was the one to whom it was mentioned. Jimmy Boyles is the one that told him, and he didn't seem to care.
All right, I definitely want to go talk to Jimmy Boyles and find out more about that.
New Fry, what do you want with me? I don't want any of your trouble. Everything gets hit with truncheons that are around here. No thank you.
Look, you're only as good as your dance partner. So tell me more about this magical silencer. I find it fascinating.
What are you talking about? I didn't say nothing.
Go ahead and roll either investigation or intimidate or something. Roll something.
I'm a good investigator. Here we go. All told, a 16 investigate.
Oh, well, okay. I might have heard of something that's out there, and I don't know what it looks like. I just heard that it exists, and that my brother is talking about turning it into a real moneymaker.
I'll bet, yeah.
As you know, every goddamn wall in this city has one of those sensor crystals built in, and if you try to pull it out with a knife, it goes off, and if you do anything with it goes off, and the guards are everywhere. That's probably why you're here, now that I think about it.
I couldn't imagine.
No way that you were, like, roughing up some people for cash or something.
Oh, that's so déclassé.
Yeah, whatever.
So, any chance you might have snuck one in your prison wallet?
No, I don't even know what they look like, honestly. But if you ever get out of here, like if you go on parole or something, look up my brother, Johnny Boyles. Just tell him Jimmy sent you.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. Let me know if I can ever do anything to help you, help the family.
I think the incredible amount of money that he's going to charge you is probably payment enough, I would think.
Great. So do you have any money in your prison wallet? I could use some.
No. How good do you think your performance or persuasion is?
Well, it's a +4.
No, pretty much the only thing I have is a shiv, and I think you should probably step away.
All right, very good. It's great talking to you, Jimmy. Really, it's been really lovely. I'm gonna go watch the idiots move rocks around.
All right, bye. Get killed soon, okay?
Already did.
All right, so Dagon, you're working up a good sweat, being all manly and musk is flowing in the air and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Any other direction you wanted with him, or?
Yeah, so how do I get out of here as fast as possible? And what can you tell me about these fucking collars? Because I gotta deal with this asshole over here, Skankra. Blames everything on me, comes up all these crazy ass schemes, and I just want to get away from him. I can't get the fuck away from him. How do I get rid of this fucking collar?
Good job expressing your feelings.
To answer your first question, the best way to get out of here... Sorry, I'm lifting weights. I'm not pooping my pants, I'm lifting weights. I'll try that again.
Oh.
So the best way to get out of here...
This is really taking a turn.
Everything's erotic if you have the right sense of mind.
This is really upsetting. Grunting and talking about the musk.
Haven't you lifted weights? There's no larger homoerotic activity in the universe.
Definitely. In prison.
Honestly, keep your head down. You're not gonna take the guards. You might take one or two if you're really lucky. They're not that bad, actually. God forbid if Miss Madoc's around. You're just not gonna win that way. The best way, keep your head down, follow the rules, do what they ask you, and they'll let you out on parole, depending on the severity of your crime. I happen to know that both of you guys are in on pretty minor offenses, so 6 months, something like that. Don't get in any fights. Stay away from the aggressive guys. They often like to cause trouble just to lengthen your sentence, you know, because they think it's funny, right? Now, your bracelets, they think that's funny too, huh? I saw you guys losing consciousness and getting zapped there. Pretty funny, they don't tell the new guys what the rules are. You gotta stay within 30 feet. When you're paroled, they change it to 200 feet, but you still gotta stay with each other, and each of you are responsible for the other person's actions. So if one of you commits a crime, they send both of you back.
Oh, that was me pooping.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how the grunting thing's gonna work or not, but it seemed appropriate at the time, but lots of mistakes too. You seem like nice enough guys. If you run into any trouble with the inmates, just let me know. I kind of watch out for the weaker, wimpier inmates.
One other question, Trunker, but just before I finish this set. Let me just ask you, how do we get in the good graces of Miss Madoff?
Well, back rub usually is good place to start.
You know, honestly, she really believes in what she's doing, and anyone who shows improvement would go, but I don't know. You could try to fool her. I mean, not that real growth isn't possible for you guys, but you could try to fool her that you're embracing your inner child and you've really had a breakthrough or something, but good luck there.
Well, this has been a lovely grunt off.
Before you guys walk off, stay away from Jaco. That little creep in the corner there that no one's talking to, stay away from him. Really bad news.
Cool.
What's his deal? Do you know?
Killer, I think. We don't really know. He's killed 3 or 4 inmates since I've been here, but no one ever knows how, so...
And if your partner is murdered, the ring thing...
They replace it with somebody else. But for a while, you're tied to a guy who can't move, so that part's fun.
All right, I see some limitations.
All right, you're kind of reaching the end of the hard labor shift time, so you know that therapy is getting ready to start.
Oh, great. Oh, yay. Yeah, let's go to therapy.
Yeah, I'm totally down with the therapy.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You hear that same bell, and the doors open, and a bunch of tired and dirty inmates come out and walk into the front yard. They're having forever stew, which you guys are also allowed to have if you choose to not starve to death.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna dive in with 2 elbows.
It's not good, but it's food.
Hello, governor!
All right, so
Therapy time! Therapy time! Get around this circle!
Oh, yeah. I just gotta say, I feel so much less evil than I was last night.
Are you gonna roll a performance for that one?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna...
Not stupid, you know.
Here we go. Performance. Well, I mean, okay, so my evilness is consistent with my terrible rolling, so I rolled a 2, so that'd be a total of 6 performingness.
I'm sensing that you could perhaps have a little bit of low self-esteem issue here. Could everyone please take a moment and come up with at least one good thing to say about our friend Skankra here, please?
Skankra, yes, thank you.
The words you say sound good when they come out. Not the meaning so much, but they sound okay.
The words that I use, you're really not going to understand the meaning of, so...
I'll have you know, an average intelligence that I have is good enough to understand most of the words that you say.
Well said.
So Jimmy Boyle steps forward. He says,
When I talked to him earlier, he smelled a little less bad than everyone else, and he's got a real plan for the future.
Thank you. Hygiene's very important to me.
Vince the Page says, I refuse this exercise and pass it on to my minion Og. And Og steps forward. He's the full orc that you guys saw in the first time, covered in tattoos, and he goes,
Well said. Well said.
The Ancient steps forward and says, well, he hasn't done anything that can't heal. Yet.
Except for maybe Dagon's feelings.
Thungren steps up and says,
He keeps food in his body without leaking?
Which is ironic since I just pooped.
Oh, man.
All right, that's pretty good for you folks anyway. So, we're gonna do an exercise called sand play therapy.
So you guys kind of continue through therapy and all of its glory for a couple hours. Do you guys want to pull anything during this, or do you just want to ride it out to the end?
I want...
End of therapy, free time.
Then kind of walks off and starts talking with the guards on the side. So you have an hour of free time where you can walk through the yard unmolested except for other inmates. What would you like to do?
Well, I certainly want to...
I would just like to remind you that you used this time last time to get yourself beaten to death. So that's just a suggestion of what to avoid.
I don't know.
Question about what we have on our persons. My character, according to my hermit background, yada blah 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 blah, have mason's tools and shit, but I probably don't have them now, right? I
would say that you have virtually nothing. You have this wool sort of shift sort of thing with a pocket or two in it where you could have hidden some small item, but definitely no tools or your normal adventuring gear.
So I just want to spend the time wandering around the yard looking for things that I might be able to make into tools.
Okay.
Let's find a shiv.
So yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
Holy shit. Natural 20, which is amazing because it's a natural 20.
Way to perceive.
Okay, so a couple things. Number one, you find half of a blade. It's about the size of your pointer finger, and it looks like it was half of a dagger, but it was split down the middle, and it was totally buried, but you notice just the glint of the broken piece sticking up out of the dirt, and you're able to pull it up, and nobody noticed. And that's pretty sweet, especially in prison. Everyone likes blades.
Awesome.
You also notice that on the far side, you see two guards open up that wooden door that leads down to the mines. And a small halfling steps out behind the door, does a very obvious look left, look right, I'm doing something suspicious, and hands some coins to the guard, and then scampers up and out of the main front door. But he's carrying a bag that's small but looks really heavy. The guards put the coins in their purse and look around and, looking up at the ceiling.
Gimme.
And then I have one more benefit from that 20, but I'm going to hold it back just for a second. So, ding dong, the night bell comes in. The guards say, all right, round up. Time to go to your cells.
Oh, I haven't seen nighttime here yet.
Okay, so all the gates open. All the other inmates kind of shuffle in. For some strange reason, Dagan, you feel like not going into your cell quite yet. And you can't put your finger on exactly why.
Yeah.
But you notice that almost all the other inmates are tucked away in their cells. All the doors are getting locked in. And Thungren is also kind of lollygagging a little bit. But again, you notice that all the guards kind of leave him alone. You have like this brief moment of time when you are out there and pretty much no one else is. And Skankra, go ahead and roll perception. And Dagan, you've already succeeded due to your 20 earlier.
18 plus whatever my perception is. Oh yeah, plus 1. All right, so 19.
So Thungren is nodding at you guys and kind of acknowledging your existence with a little smirk that says, once they notice you're out here, you're in trouble. But you look up, and above the prison is the big giant stone bridgeway that leads out the main front gate of the whole city. You've gotten really used to the sounds of traffic, and pretty much even at night, it's still populated with people going in and out constantly. You catch a little bit of movement high up on one of the pillars that is closest to the prison. And you see that there are two figures scaling the side of the pillar and climbing up to underneath the bridge. And you notice that they are carrying what appear to be very heavy casks, if you will. And they're climbing up and pulling that up behind them. And Dagan, you recognize with your 20 perception that those appear to be white powder casks. White powder is like black powder, only intensified by a lot. So they're pulling explosives up the tower that is supporting the main bridgeway.
It's boom boom time.
Oh, holy shit.
It's boom boom time.
Do you like skin? Personally, I love it, and I use it every day. Wisdom of One would like to endorse our newest sponsor, Skin, for use at home, or at work, or just during private time. I've been using Skin for over a month now, and I have to tell you, I can't imagine going back the way it was before using Skin, and my wife can't either. She loves me with Skin. But we recognize that you have a lot of options to choose from. So the next time you're looking for some sort of covering, think of Skin. It's what keeps your organs in.
You're listening to Wisdom of One!
You stole the goblet from the Lizard King. Now you'll have to feel his elemental sting. You got nowhere to hide, nowhere to run.
So, Dagan wanders over to Thorgan. Shit.
Thungren.
Thorgan?
Thungren.
Thungren.
I cast Firebolt at the cask.
Okay, but you don't have your crystal.
But it's one of my catnips, though, isn't it? Oh.
Remember what I said? Anything that's remotely useful, we'll have to...
crap.
Yeah. No. Sorry, you just can't summon the focus without your crystal. Lonely without the crystal.
Besides which, how far away is the cask at this current moment?
Pretty far. I'd say it's about 500 yards.
But I want boom.
So your cantrip, Firebolt, I believe, has a maximum distance of 120 yards.
Maximum.
120 feet,
I am a
actually.
spreadsheet.
120 feet.
Yeah. Fine. We'll
Yeah.
do this the boring way.
Smell this bouquet of dicks, is what I'm trying to say.
That makes me want to lift some weights.
Yes, with the musk. Dagon will wander over to Thorngood. Fuck.
Thungren, that's fine. I know what you mean.
God. And just be like, you see what's going on up there? Do you know what that's all about?
He clearly didn't until you mentioned it, and then looks at it and says,
Oh gods. If that goes, we're all dead, of course, but so will hundreds and hundreds of innocent citizens.
Firebolt.
so he looks around and you can see his kind of thinking, and then he says,
All right, you guys better not.
I almost see now I'm paranoid about the gay sex thing.
You guys better not fuck me on this
You
one.
better not give me a very tender, long blowjob. I mean,
Exactly.
All right, quickly come with me, and don't make me regret this.
Of course not.
And so he sprints to the front door and pulls something out of his belt and unlocks the front door and opens it.
I can't climb for shit, but let's get there.
Okay.
I'm an awesome climber, jumper, and grabber.
Takes off, running at full speed towards the pillar.
Dagon follows at his incredible walking speed of 25 feet.
Although if you're sprinting, it's double that, right?
Yeah, is he 50? Yeah.
Great, I go a little bit faster.
I'd also like to point out that he has left the main gate wide open, so...
I'm going to quietly close it behind us and then keep up just a little faster than Scott.
Wait till I get to like the 3rd level and I have this special movement capability because I'm a monk.
Yeah, super. Why don't we roll initiative? But Skankra, that closing the door is going to take your action for that round.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, 12.
11 plus anything for initiative. Oh, plus 1. 12.
Oh, we got to do a roll off, Keith.
Oh, we got the same thing?
Yeah. Roll a d6.
D6? I rolled a 19.
Okay.
So I'm guessing not a D6.
It has a 6 on it.
Skankra is slightly before me.
So Skankra, you spend the round closing the door. It makes a satisfying little click, and Dagon sprints forward. So Dagon, you're just running double time?
Yeah, totally.
Running.
Basically, you can't do anything except run if you're doing that. So,
Yeah, no,
which is totally fine.
I'm just doing that.
Thungren lumbers ahead. He's got pretty long legs, so he's outdistancing you pretty quickly. At the base of the tower, there are 2 other figures standing there with a pile of more caskets, and they are looking around, and one of them makes a noise. They're obviously speaking, but it sounds like chewing on gravel and grumbly. What languages do you have, Dagon? Or actually Skankra, too, for that matter.
I have Common, Elvish, and Orc.
Common, Orc, and Dwarvish.
Dagon, go ahead and roll, how about Arcana?
Ooh, I have a good one of those. Nailed it.
I mean, a 4 total.
It sounds dwarvish, but you don't understand it. It's like they're speaking another language, but it has dwarvish sounds to it.
Polysyllabic words.
Exactly. Impossible. No one can understand that crap. The figure that spotted you guys pulls something out from under his cloak. A crossbow bolt whizzes past Thungren's head. So now we're back to the top. Skankra, they are ahead of you, and a crossbow bolt just went clank off the wall. Shit's gone real.
Well, how far away are they now?
I would say 500 feet.
Okay, so I still got some distance to get to them.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, I'll keep running. But, like, slightly behind Scott now. I just want to sort of, like, be right behind him. I've got his back, you know what I mean?
Okay. Dagon, you are 2 rounds of running away from the figure at the bottom.
I just keep running and running.
So it's easy if all anyone does is run.
We have no weapons, so it's hard to fight back.
Oh, that's true, yeah. That's fun. Thungren does the same thing, run. So the one with the crossbow gets the attention of the other 2 at the bottom of the pillar. They also pull out crossbows. Thungren gets struck with a crossbow bolt. Skankra, you are horribly missed. It's well wide. Dagon, some malfunction took place that kept the crossbow bolt from actually striking you. It looked like a great aim, but then a mechanical failure.
Oh, interesting.
Skankra.
Okay, so rules on magic.
Yeah, toughy.
Was the prison limiting that, or just not having my cantaloupes?
No. The whole world of magic is based on a focus crystal, which is actually mined below this city. It's the thing that makes this city powerful and rich.
I don't have my crystal.
And you don't have your crystal.
Okay, great.
Let's say you can attempt to do any magic you want, but it's going to have a very difficult chance of actually pulling off the spell.
That's not going to get it done.
Okay. Let's say like an 18 or higher will allow you to cast whatever spell you were going to do.
Okay, well, eventually I'll add up to 18. So I will just cast Say Something Really Mean.
You indistinct figures look stupid in your indistinctness.
Yeah, you don't have any distinction.
Okay, Dagon.
If I'm not in melee range, then I'm running.
Okay, one more round. Next round, you will be in melee range. Thungren is actually there. He runs up and punches one of the figures in the head. And looks like a good hit, but you also see a glint of metal under their cloak, so looks like they're wearing armor.
Great. This is fair.
Oh, totally. It's going to be great. The one that Thungren hit drops his crossbow and pulls out an axe and takes a swing, but Thungren steps out of it. He dodges. And then the other two do crossbow bolts. Skankra, the luck of the cats are on your side again.
Aha!
Doesn't even look close.
I'm too pretty to die.
Dagon, will an 18 hit you?
Yeah, sure will.
1 point of damage. It was a good shot, but didn't do a huge amount of damage.
Alright.
Skankra.
Okay. Am I in melee now?
Yes, yep.
Okay. I would like to try to grapple one of their weapons.
Okay, one of the guys with the crossbow?
Yes, the crossbow's actually perfect. Yes.
Okay. I guess unarmed attack or athletics, whichever you're better at.
I'm terrible at both. Here we go. I've rolled a 10.
Okay.
Plus zeros.
So you grab at the crossbow and no, that's mine! And rips it back out of your hand. Okay, Dagon, you're in melee range.
So I go to also punch the same guy in the head, and using an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Since that's like my deal.
Yep.
I can do D&D. Here we go. Fuck! Rolled a 4.
Are we gonna be useless again?
Okay. Yeah, you do a nice glorious punch. You feel something very hard and metallic under his cloak, so it didn't feel like you did anything. Thungren does a mighty looking blow, but the creature, we'll call him a dwarf, because now that you're close, you see the big beard, the obvious dwarf, deflects it with his battle axe. So Skankra, the dwarf in front of you, drops his crossbow since you're right on top of him.
Oh my god, I pick it up.
He ripped it out of your hands first, then he drops it. No, you can't have it, but I'm not going to have it either. And pulls out a giant battle axe.
Great. Well, I pick up the damn crossbow he dropped.
That'll be on your turn. You can definitely give it a shot.
Yeah.
So will a...
Yes, it will hit me.
But you haven't heard the number yet. Will a 9 hit you?
Oh, no, I have an armor class of 11.
Fantastic.
Not enough this time.
Okay, so swooshes over you, and you felt that cold chill of sharp blade almost hitting you. The unengaged dwarf steps up around the side of his friend near Dagon and takes a swing at you, Dagon. For a 15, will that hit you?
Ah, yeah, only just.
3 points of damage. So Skankra, your turn.
Now I'm gonna get my crossbow.
Roll athletics then.
Okay, then I rolled a 15.
You dive to the side, pick up the crossbow, and now you have it in your hands.
Nice.
Well done. You are a proud owner of a dwarven special.
Oh my god, I am totally armed.
Dagon, your turn.
So Dagon forgot that since I'm fighting the same guy that Thorgan is, technically it's flanking.
Yep.
Technically, it's the best kind.
Technically correct is the most important kind of correct.
It's the most correct.
And clearly the most fun, too.
I'm gonna punch him. So, holy fuck. 18? Will that hit?
Yes.
Okay. Then, a mighty D-fuck.
The mighty D-fuck.
Ah, yes.
4 points of damage.
He stumbles back a little bit, but is still in the fight, but definitely you have affected him for sure. So Thungren also has advantage, which is good because he rolled a 1 on one of them. But the second one hits, he grabs the dwarf's arm and rips the battle axe out of his hand.
Nice.
Ah, nice.
So now he has the battle axe.
Haha, everyone has a weapon except for the dwarf.
Yeah, my hands are weapons, and I know how to use them.
That's right. The unarmed dwarf actually he turns in his footsteps and runs away.
Aha!
Disengage attack?
Yep,
Nerd.
Nice. It's not natural, but it's a 20.
totally hits.
And a fucking 4 points of damage again.
Okay.
Man, I hate that D4.
You hit him in the back, and then he stumbles but continues running, and he's heading down an alley into dark shadow.
Okay.
So the other two look at each other slightly nervously. The other one steps up to take his compatriot's place in between you and Thungren, because him good fighting at. The guy with the battle axe swings at Skankra. So a 9 won't hit you?
No, it will not. Level 1 wizard.
That's right. I wouldn't have put money on you in a hand-to-hand fight against a dwarf, but here you are.
Yeah, here, I'm still alive, and I have the weapon. And the guy that I was fighting ran.
You also hear more of that gravel chewing language from above you, and you see the two creatures with cloaks hanging from the ropes, and they're kind of yelling down with the dwarven equivalent of, "What the fuck's going on down there?" And the one who stepped up swings at, well, it doesn't matter who he swings at, he misses both Thungren and Dagon.
Dagon wants to yell up in Dwarvish.
You better come down here and fight us like men.
Or, well, actually, I want to rephrase it. God damn it.
Talking hard.
Come down here and fight us like real warriors.
Okay. Persuasion or intimidation?
Intimidation? God, it's really stupid that if you're ugly, you should still be able to intimidate people well. But intimidation is a charisma-based thing, you know? Okay, so 5.
Okay.
Are they intimidated?
It doesn't seem that way, but it's hard to tell from, dangling from a rope with giant explosives. They may have already started off intimidated.
Right.
Skankra's turn. Skankra, what would you like to do?
So we're thinking that blowing up everything is not a good idea.
Thungren certainly thought it wasn't a good idea.
I mean,
You're free to make up your own mind.
will I die?
Yes.
If you continue standing where you are and it goes off, absolutely.
Oh, I see. Yeah, all right. Well, then I will crossbow one of the guys hanging.
There's a guy who's engaged with you right now, and if you do that, he will get an attack of opportunity, which is fine as long as you're...
Yeah, but my armor class is 11. I'm like invulnerable. Bring it, crossbow.
Take your shot.
All right. Yeah, that's a natural 1, kids.
Holy crap. So here's the Book of Random. Oops, you hit an unintended random target. Randomize all combatants within 30 feet and roll an attack roll. You beat their armor class and roll damage.
Make sure the barrels are in the options.
Wow, that's funny how that works out. So go ahead and roll a d8 for damage.
Yes. Oh, that I get Scott. I do 7 points of damage to Scott.
Okay, and it's a critical, so it's 14.
Oh my god.
You grab the crossbow, you point it up at the pillar, you pull the trigger, and the arrow just whang, and somehow you end up hitting the dwarf who's standing right next to you trying to hit you with a battle axe. And you kill him dead.
Yes! Bow before me!
Straight between the eyes. He drops to the ground dead.
I'm the greatest fighter that has ever fought anything.
Dagon looks over and is like, whoa, holy shit. And then it's like, no.
I'm so incompetent, I'm lethal.
Yeah, lethally incompetent, that's for sure.
Lethally incompetent.
That was quite the round. Dagon, what are you doing?
There's one other dwarf.
Standing between you and Thungren is 1, and then there are 2 high up on the pillar.
Awesome. I am going to punch the guy between us. Hopefully.
Okay.
Oh my fucking shit balls. I rolled a 2 and a 5, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that missed, unless a 10 will hit.
Nope.
You know, if you rolled a 1, you could have killed him.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's right. If you do really bad, good stuff can happen.
Oh my god, that's my only chance of being effective.
In the Book of Random. I'm going to be a door-to-door proselytizer for the Book of Random. Have you heard the good news from the Book of Random?
The Book of Random.
Yeah. So Thungren, with his battle axe, brings it crashing down on the head of the dwarf in between you and staggers him. His will breaks and he also turns and runs.
Hooray!
Attack of opportunity for both of you and Thungren.
Am I assuming that I'm rolling advantage on that, right?
Yes, you do assume that. Yep.
Oh my god. Oh my god! That's fucking awesome. I have to send you a picture.
It's a podcast nobody can see.
Shut up. It's awesome. So what I just did with advantage is almost unbelievable.
So is the amount of time it's taken you to tell us what happened.
Yeah, well, check your text.
Oh my god.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Holy shit.
That's unbelievable.
We'll definitely post that on social media
At advantage,
when we, have any.
double one. Yeah, like I don't know what happens there.
So you swing and he's just not there where you expected to be. So you kind of spin in place and your feet kick out from underneath you and you're now lying on your back and for some reason you're not able to move.
A herniated disc and now paralyzed.
This is going really well.
Exactly.
I killed somebody and you can't move.
You've swapped roles.
Well, those level 1 wizards are really great in hand-to-hand combat. It's very powerful.
Wow, that's...
Luckily, Thungren hits the dwarf as he's running, hits him in the back, and the dwarf drops. Thungren kind of looks up and says,
I really can't climb, so I can hold the ropes or try to pull it or something, but I can't climb. It's the one thing I can't do.
I'm awesome at climbing.
I can dance like anyone's business.
I can totally climb if I can just... But there's something going on with my legs. Help me up! Help me up!
He picks you up and then tries to set you on your feet, and the moment he lets go, you crumple back down to the ground.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, now I want to go poke him with a stick and see what happens.
Okay. So you have crossbow bolts, that's a stickish sort of thing, or you have the battle axe from the guy you just slew.
Oh, wait! He's totally... I want to cut his hand off so I can get the bracelet.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Thungren sees the look in your eye and says,
Come on, man. Even you're not that bad. God.
I was gonna kill him. He's got another one.
We're all gonna die unless we stop this explosion.
Fine.
I can't believe I'm the conscience of the group here. Jesus.
I can't even move my arms.
yeah, you can't move anything. You are completely limp and paralyzed.
But I can talk?
yes, because it's funnier.
Tell us words of your sadness.
Somebody fucking get my chiropractor! I don't know what that is, but we need to climb and stop those guys before they set off those charges.
All right, I'm climbing.
Yay! Skankra's a good guy again.
Hey, I'm good for now.
Also hilarious that the guy who's literally the worst person ever at climbing is gonna be the climbing guy.
I'm the only one physically capable at this moment.
That is not a lie.
Oh, wait. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Before you do that, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
Can Dagon do that from his perch looking straight up?
Yes, you can.
Hooray!
All right. Perception.
11. Wisdom.
If it's wisdom, a 14.
Skankra, right as you are grabbing the rope and looking down at your feet to see where your first footholds are going to be, because you're an expert climber,
Definitely.
you see the dead outstretched hand of the dwarf that you slew. In his sleeve, you see the slightest glint of something shiny and kind of whitish.
Gimme.
With this free action, as the world stops around you, you pick it up, and it is indeed a focus crystal.
Oh, I got my crystal back.
Well, it's not yours, it was his.
I have a very transactional concept of ownership.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so if that changes what you were going to do during the round...
Oh, hell yeah. I'm casting a firebolt.
Oh, God.
Math is dumb. I got a 16.
What were you aiming at?
One of the dudes. Oh, yeah.
I'm just asking for no reason whatsoever. Okay, so you hit him. A well-struck hit.
Aha.
What kind of damage are we talking?
All right, so 1d10. 1 point. Well, next time.
Okay. All right. So you catch his sleeve on fire. He was reaching in his cloak looking for a weapon to drop down on you or something. You catch his sleeve on fire, and he kind of waves it around in front of his face and focuses on the fact that his sleeve is on fire, lets go of the rope, and falls to his death.
I am the most powerful character that has ever existed. I am magnificent.
Yeah, when he rolls a 1, that's how it goes.
Meanwhile, Dagon is lying on the ground going, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Dagon, go ahead and roll a Constitution save.
Okay, Constitution.
Still think I should have cut his hand off.
11.
Okay, nope, can't move. So Thugrin picks up one of the crossbows and takes aim at the other remaining dwarf and sends a bolt that ricochets off the pillar and deflects harmlessly away. So the one remaining one looks at you guys, looks at all of his dead compatriots, and takes out a flint and steel and starts trying to light the fuse on the cask that he is holding.
Yeah, boom!
Oh my god. He drops his flint and steel, which falls down harmlessly on the ground.
This is some of the most incompetent D&D characters.
The percentage of ones in this have been outrageous.
Weirdly high.
Skankra, your turn again.
Okay. What do I have? Floating disc. Man, I'm kind of useless.
Yeah.
Good to admit it.
Also, think of what you're gonna do before it's your turn. God.
Right. But this is coming from a character who's plotted out what he can do, and that's just lying there.
Exactly. I know.
I've had 2 awesome plans, and I've been talked out of both of them. So, like, I'm on option, 6 right now.
Come on, man. Embrace your better self, dude.
All right, fine. I'll shoot him with a crossbow.
All right.
No, I won't. I rolled a 2.
That poor pillar is getting scarred with crossbow ricochets, but... okay.
Constitution save?
Yes, please.
Oh my shit.
You die.
7.
You have no idea what's happening here and why you can't do anything. It's extraordinarily frustrating, clearly, but
Yeah,
nope,
I'm losing my shit. I'm getting so angry. My eyes have turned green.
So Thungrin fires again and does hit. He strikes the last remaining dwarf holding the keg and shaking his head, and he gets hit with a crossbow bolt. Oh, but he's still there. The dwarf that's the final remaining dwarf waves his hand over the cask of powder, and you can see a crystal in his wrist area starts to glow, and you can see smoke start pouring out of the top of the casket.
Oh, fun.
Skankra, your turn.
So, you think it's, started, or is he casting a...
Oh, no, it started. The cask is now on fire.
we're going to have some boom soon.
Seems that way.
All right, I'm looking color spray.
You have that one too, huh?
Oh, I'll always have color spray. Should have used magic missile. Yeah, no, I think I'm kind of useless at this point. I will, however, cast hideous laughter. Because that's fun.
Okay, what does that do?
A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into a fit of laughter. If the spell affects the target, must succeed a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Who are you casting it on?
Well, who do you think?
Well, you could do it on the dwarf who's hanging by a rope, or you could do it on your incapacitated friend, or maybe Thungrin.
Yeah, all right, I'll do it on the guy.
So is that a save?
Yeah, he's a wisdom 13 save, I guess.
He does not make that. Nice. Just barely, but he does. So he falls prone due to his failed save.
With hideous laughter.
And he falls dead at your feet.
I am a death machine.
So what happened to the cask? Was he holding the cask?
Yes, and everything goes white. Because he was holding a flaming cask at the same time.
Oh, great.
We're dead again.
Drop the grenade.
It was funny. I got a laugh. That's all that matters.
All right, that's a good stopping point. Good job, gentlemen. You are almost heroes there for a second.
Another possible way to think the title would be How to Die in Less Than 2 Hours.
Right.
exactly.
I mean, we've literally died every time. So, Dagon has a fraternal twin sister who is also a monk.
Are you planning your second character? Yeah, you're not. We'll see what happens.
It just went white.
Nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. Charisma of 20, but a wisdom of 1. Nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. Charisma of 20, but a wisdom of 1. Nowhere to hide and nowhere to run.
You're listening to Wisdom of 1. Thanks for listening to Wisdom of One. If you enjoyed our particular brand of nonsense, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcasting service. We can be found online at wisdomofonepodcast.com and on Instagram and Facebook at Wisdom of One Podcast. You can email us at info@wisdomofonepodcast.com. Stay tuned for the next thrilling episode in which Dagan and Skankra get into a petty squabble about nothing, ignore all of Sean's plot points, and most likely wind up dead.